And all the cool people are here already. I must say the music is quite loud over you.
Bye, yeah. There we go with the music, man. All right. What's going on, everybody? Hold on. Let me get everything situated. I see all the cool people have made it. You are absolutely correct. Cool people in already. I see some others coming in. What's going on? I ain't seen some people in a while, man. Let me get this on. Let me get this on. Let me get right, man. Hold on. Let me first of all, can y'all hear this?
Can you dig it, sucker?
I can hear it.
Couple diggers. Can you dig it? Now, let me go down. All right. I don't know who this dead specimen guy is, man, but he sounds like a co-host of the podcast. What's going on, dead specimen? How you doing, sir?
Yeah, man, nothing much. Got to work early today. Pretty happy about that. Here to vibe. Here to vibe.
Now, we're on opposite times. So usually for me, you know, when you got the young lifestyle, right? Remember the young lifestyle? You stay up to about 4 or 5 in the morning, man. You can get ramen noodles and some Doritos and throw it in a bowl. You know what I mean? And that was it. When you get my age, man, it's like
Blizzard, you gotta check your messages, bro. I've been trying to message you.
yeah, Blizzard, man. What's going on, Blizzard? Dab me up, first of all. Hairy Knuckles and all. Okay, you could do that. And let me go through John 5, man. What's going on? John 5, dab me up. Hairy Knuckles and all, John 5. Where you been? Where you been, my dog? It's all good. You can come in. Come through the back door, man. You all good. You came in through the club. All right. Petrix, what's going on? Petrix, man. Come on. Dab me up, Petrix. What's going on, man? How's everybody doing? Yes. Y'all see the title. We really, to be honest, we really got so much that we could really talk about, but we don't want to have too much out there too early.
Oh, damn.
That, we got a lot of things. Come on. You was locked out the Discord. Blizzard, what's going on? Yo, they locked my man out the Discord, man. Somebody
Yo, you got another way to contact me. I'm trying to get that number, you know? I could post my email in the chat. You want my Discord handle again? You can add me on a different account.
We got you. It's all good, Blizzard. You know, tap that. If we had I got my assistants. They on it. They on it. They make the calls in the back. Okay, we got them. They make the calls in the back. All right. Blizzard. So nonetheless, we good.
That's actually what happened to me. So I used to be Nick's assistant. I used to be the bouncer outside of his house. You know, letting only the good mods come in, and he finally upgraded me to co-host.
He upgraded. You know what I mean? It's just like that, man. You know, the job back there, it's not that hard being back there. You know, just I snap and you just do a couple things. It's not that bad, right? All right. No Diddy. Now, I want to just go ahead and start with the good stuff, and then we'll move on to the juicier stuff. So, I have to break this story down to everybody. I need y'all to hear me on this because this is crazy for me. And I'm gonna give y'all a play-by-play. And Dr. Specimen, you might feel me on this. It's been a long road, man. It's been a long road. I remember the first time. Do you remember the first time we held this thing, man? When we were talking about this, do you remember that reveal? You remember the music we were playing? I know that's for sure. Right? You remember that?
I remember quite clearly.
Oh, man. Yo, it was beautiful, man. Sky's the limit, right? We was like, hey, Mig, hey, we was on the side. We was throwing the nude, right? We had it. Man, we was in. We was going to get the dumper, right? We was going to do the IRL thing. We was in, man. Everything was good.
Damn, my third one?
You know, yeah, you know, it was working.
No, this man said a third dumper's coming in.
Yeah, a third. And what happened? It's like, I don't know. I felt like
not much, Mag. We basically just getting started.
Oh yeah,
I keep and Nick's gonna kick my ass. Nick's gonna kick my ass in a second because I keep fucking interrupting him because y'all are chatting too much. Dang, y'all are so interactive. I love it.
Go ahead.
I love
it when they chatting. Yeah, I ain't even gonna burn that shit up. Okay, burn that shit up. All right. But
got my boy here
it
too.
was weird, man. Oh, Wasteland, man, Wasteland, what's good, man? You know what? We gonna start putting links in the chat too, Wasteland. You can been come up here, man. You know that's how we do, man. Love to love, man. Channel to channel, man.
I like to
You
I
know what
like
I'm
to
saying?
call him. He's our top advocate. You know how
You know what I'm
oh,
saying?
what's his name? What's the guy with the penguin icon that Simple Flips always talks about? Who always talks
Uh,
about when Simple Flips soft locks his game. That's what Wasteland is to that's what Wasteland is to us. He's just our advocate, our top advocate.
Yo, Wasteland, you my dog, man. That's why I said dab me up, man. But yo, my bad. I got off track, and I'm gonna go ahead. I put the link in there too. Anybody can come in. You know what I mean? You know how we do. You know how we do. Um, But yo, it was crazy because it was all up and up with Mig, and I ain't never think things were ever gonna be on a down and down, bro. But I felt like it was on a down and down because I seen multiple communication being put out to other people who were reviewing units, and me and our co-host here did not get any communication. So it was very strange.
If you're me, you haven't been able to fucking talk to the team ever.
Yeah, he's got a point. Ever. And by the way, this is with me stating, "Hey, let's get this guy some communication going." They said, "No, no, no. Only you." Now, Blizzard Fox, what's going on, man? I want to bring Blizzard Fox on, man. Can we bring Blizzard Fox on real quick?
Got him pulled in here. I hear him. What's up, man? Welcome to the show.
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yes,
Blizzard
yes,
Fox,
sir.
I can hear you good, man. How are you doing, man? Thank you. It's an honor, man. Let's go ahead, man. What I got for you, man? I got some
Can you dig it,
you go.
sucker?
Can you dig it, man? All right, what's going on, Blizzard? How you doing
Hey,
today?
you know what? I got an even better one, real quick. Got to play that NWO theme because man, how's this man getting 3 dumpers? This man's got to
That's
be
true.
connected to that new world order.
That's true.
There we go.
Definitely need to NWO Blizzard. New World Order Blizzard. I don't know how you do it, man. First of all, I will say, I I I don't know how things happen with me, right? But you is different, man. That's different level stuff, Blizzard. So man, it's good to have you here.
If
You've been
anything,
through
it's actually been a surprise that I'm actually invited back here.
yo, yeah, and I want to hear more from Blizzard. Blizzard, you hear us talk a lot about these things, right? How do you feel from the chat side looking in? How do we because we had this co-host thing going on, right? But we don't ever get to hear from the other side. Just so someone come on. How has it been since we've been doing it? I'm trying to we got to rise to the top, man. I'm trying to make it better. How is it better? Should we mix it up? What would you like to see? Hit me with it, man. Come on, hit me.
Man, everything looks fine on my end. It's been very interactive with y'all. You guys have been pretty good at responding to everybody on the chats.
It's good. That's what I like to hear. Yes. Now, Blizzard Fox, let's get to the juice. Bread and butter.
Mm-hmm.
How in the hell did you come across so many dumpers? I know people who are swimming the 7 seas for dumpers, right? And
This
that's I
this
can throw
thing, you have to keep looking.
That's true. That's true. You do have to keep looking. And I know people who are out there who can look around and say, "Hey, I got one. I got one this way. I got this way." If you're not looking, you're not gonna find it. You're not
I
gonna go
was
to your normal
supposed to be
spots.
sent, and Blizzard. This is why I'm so glad that you're willing to toss me one because I was supposed to be fucking getting one from my distributor because they had promised multiple times that because I had placed my order before MIG had actually clarified that they weren't going to be including them together, that I would be getting one for free. Now, granted, that was to my old university address, but they were supposed to be forwarding that shit. I haven't gotten anything forwarded to me.
Okay, the
So,
question is who have you ordered from if you're willing to share
dot
it?
store.
Are you willing to share that?
Dot store. MigSwitch dot store.
Interesting, because I got. Okay, the funny thing is that I was offered one if I helped him give a few files.
Damn. So they
Give
got it.
files?
Yeah, you know the certain files that.
Yeah, you know what it is, man. Yeah, say
Oh.
no more. I got that right away.
All right. You're gonna want to contact me because I got some people who are gonna be interested in that information.
Nitty, come on, my
Will
dog,
do.
dab me up.
I'll do that
Man.
after the stream. But again, if anything, I was also a little bit skeptical given that they were very wishy-washy and telling me like Yeah, they'll send me a dumper, and I'm still surprised that they even actually sent it. The first one that I got it off was someone selling it off of eBay. I believe they were from the Netherlands before their listing got taken down.
Oh, I know who that is then.
Damn. Small world, baby.
That's the first
Uh,
one, and a few days later, I got the notification that the .store handle has sent me, or the one they promised me.
damn.
So
Okay.
where's this third one coming from then?
Third one seems like that someone or was just reselling theirs, just didn't want it. Although,
Okay.
So you bought it on purpose?
yeah, I bought it on purpose.
Yeah. Like why? And
So
you know, I ain't mad at you for that one. I ain't mad at you. I do shit
so
like that all the
so
time.
one's coming to me and one's for your personal use. So is just someone else getting this third one, or are you gonna do some magic with it?
If anything, I'd rather have two on hand.
I know
Given
what you
that I
mean.
feel, or every time that I'm using one of them, it always feels like that it's overheating for some reason.
Hmm. You
That could,
know,
Mm.
that could
you know.
just be from regular use. I don't know.
Well, and here's a thought, because this would actually be a real cool idea. You take one of those, find some way to hook it up to the Steam Deck's USB interface internally, and then modify the case to have the slot.
That would be interesting.
That would be interesting, man. Y'all on to something. Now we gonna soon have, and you see the title. We're soon gonna have the MigSwitch version 2 sample. It
Now,
is
Nick, real
incoming.
quick,
So
before you mention any of the details behind, maybe the communication that you got up into realizing you'd be getting this V2, I'm getting the photo on my phone. I'm gonna make some edits to it. I think you know what I'm editing out, and I'm just gonna show you the beautiful message that you got. But continue. I'm gonna need a second to get that ready.
yeah, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie. They dissed me, bro. They dissed me, man. I ain't gonna lie. Mig dissed me, man. It was hard. It was hard to watch myself get dissed by Mig, man. And I'm humble about mine. I ain't even gonna let you know, right? It was hard, man. I seen Mig, everybody. They talk. I know they was Blizzard. They was talking to you. I know they was talking to you, Blizzard. They was like, "Hey, Blizzard, what's going on?" When I wrote a message, Blizzard, my shit was cold sitting in it. You know how Google the Gmail reminds you? It's like reminder 5 days. So you want to try
Yep.
again? You know what I'm saying? No, I'm tired, man. They ain't writing back. And then all of a sudden, I get an email out of nowhere. I feel like a damn. All right, man. I'm Blizzard. I need you to keep it real with me now, man. Am I a simp, man? Am I a simp for like? Imagine you a dude going after a woman, and you calling, she never answers, and then she like pick me up at the park at 7, and you do it. Is
But
you kind of a simp?
if I mean, I can understand that you guys are getting a little tired of it. I wouldn't call it simping at this point.
I don't feel like I'm simping, man, because I feel like
We're trying to journalism,
I'm
you
trying to
know.
thank you. That's what I was gonna get to. You took it out of my words. I'm trying to call it. We're trying to do
Okay.
our due diligence within all the products. Test everything to our best abilities. I like to see them, run side by side. I even crack these things open together, right? And Magnus says something about it's something he wants to know because he messed up his MIG. I don't know how is everybody messing up the MIGs, man? Is it just they taking out the
Now,
screw because they tired of scratching their
now,
damn the
now, do
screws?
y'all are y'all ready to see the A class 10 out of 10 absolute beauty of an email that Nick got, letting him know, hey buddy, you'll be getting one of these. This is it. This is it right here.
That's it.
Hello, FedEx. That's
That's how
it.
I come, man.
And
That's
then there
all I
was.
get talk
Well,
to, man.
okay. I guess let's be fair. Let's be fair. I can't. Wow, I'm really struggling to sample MigSwitch V2. Hello, FedEx, MigSwitch.
And that's it, man. That's all I get, man. I don't get nothing else, man. You know what I mean? I felt kind of sad, but I was happy though. I'm gonna be honest. I'm really happy. So let me rephrase it, right? I'm very excited to be testing, especially the MigSwitch version 2. I'm gonna compare it to any other products I have in front of me, as well as the co-host right here in front of me. Dr. Specimen will be doing the same thing. But it's just weird because why not communicate with? Why not? The fuck are you not communicating for? Maybe I'm part of that. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's all a conspiracy.
Well,
I'm in
and
on it, bro.
here's
I'm actually unlock switch, make switching everybody, bro. Take me.
but
I'm
but
done with
here's
this
the
shit.
thing.
I'm
You
done
think
with
about
it.
it. Think about it like this. we can now, God, it's complicated. I was gonna say we could have the most comprehensive review because who else on this planet is gonna have a MigSwitch V1, a MigSwitch V2, an unlock switch, uh, like I guess you could say pre-alpha version, a full unlock switch. But the problem is we don't have that goddamn Mig DIY thing.
Speaking of, I was actually going to say that I was able to procure a MigX that should be coming in around June 30th.
Oh,
See,
now
Blizzard, you on a hunt. You like a hunter. I
Now,
Mhm.
see.
I need to give a shout out real quick. So in our escapade for the unlock switch testers, nice gentleman Kazuma X. Um, they're a Japanese individual, so unfortunately, I don't think if they end up watching this, they won't be able to understand me. But hopefully, you have the subtitles on so they can do the auto translate to
I
Japanese. So
do.
hello,
I do.
Kazuma.
Mhm.
Um, this individual has actually been able to get in contact with the people who create these, and we're able to get quicker access to them. So I just want to say this right now: the MIG DIY and the MIG X, same damn thing, exactly the same, 100% the same thing. In fact, I'll even show right now. Let me
Same
let me
damn thing.
navigate around real quick. Just show y'all right here that it's the exact same thing. You can even see it still says this. It's got this like identifier thing here. Same color board, same weird shiftment of the two chips here, same model, everything.
From what I'm aware, they tried changing their color of the board as well to being green for the MigX. Or at least that's from what I've seen been floating around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like to me.
Okay.
Also, look at this. They even copied the MIG design a little more because the MIG DIY actually had something completely unique. But you can see they muted the colors of the MIG switch and changed some shit around, and then we're like, it's his new product.
Yo, this nasty work out here, man. This nasty work out here, man. What's going on, man? What's going
But
on? We
some
got 100 mid cards already cloned. We knew it was coming, man. 100 clones out. What's
and
going on, man?
and here's two other things that I found interesting. Some that Kazuma's been able to confirm. So number one, um, Chinese flashcards, the MIG X MIG DIY, already having some issues, some reliability issues. I know that Kazuma basically reported that his MIG DIY just didn't fucking work.
Yeah.
Um, but also, these take the completely official MigSwitch firmwares. Apparently, they don't take a special firmware. They just take the MIG firmware. Now, what I find interesting though is how the hell does that light sensor work? Now, from the photos you saw, there is the reason why that the chips are shifted is because there's some other like some chip. I don't know what that chip is, but there's some chip on there. But I don't know what that has to do with. Um,
If I have to guess, it's similar to the person who modified their own V1 where it kind of breaks the circuit a bit, kind of disrupts it.
yeah, but
I
what's
did see that.
But as how
That
they
was an
do it with the
excellent video.
sensor, I have no idea.
I just didn't know that like sensors like that existed that didn't have any logic attached to them. But I guess it's 2024. I guess you could put that into the sensor. You don't need a separate chip to do that. But I guess I would have just expected there to be one.
Yeah, no, it's if it, I would love to see it right in front of me before I even speak or say anything else on it. You know what I mean? And by the way, Mig to you, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna take that message like you said. Hello, Nick. How are you doing? Is your family okay? All right, your family's doing great. Okay, Nick, here you go. Something very special coming for you, cause that unlock switch case, right? Y'all remember that, bro? That's great. It's still here. Look.
Well, and apparently they're still put. I mean, I think from Taki's video because he got one like super, super, super early. They're still putting in that fucking little cardboard paper thing, so they didn't even update that.
Nah, you know what? I ain't mad at y'all, man. If it's really real, right? Coming all the way from Russia, right? All right, I understand. I understand. It's different. Hit different when it comes from Russia, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Does it hit that different if it comes from Russia versus China? Let me ask you that. Any one of y'all, does it hit that different if it
Personally,
comes? I don't think so either. Not to the government though.
no.
Does it hit different to the U.S. government though?
Oh,
I
damn
think it
right
hits
it
different.
does.
It will, definitely.
We all
If
agree.
it's
Okay.
Yo,
It's
wait,
very
hold up.
different. When it
if it's
comes
coming
to,
from China, I feel like the U.S. wouldn't really care too much. But if it's something
agreed.
importing straight from or the Russian Federation as of right now, and especially with the stuff that's going on down there, hmm.
I
I
don't think
agree.
they'd be too happy.
It's rough, man. So, but nonetheless, we have it coming, man. And I'm excited. I'm excited to test it. And also, Unlock Switch been putting up a lot of tweets, and they've been beefing with them, man. Unlock Switch is out there beefing with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Unlock Switch they said they gave up. I don't know. Unlock Switch, chill out, man. Chill out. All right, let's go on ahead, man. Go on, do your thing, man. Chill out. All right. Now, Dr. Specimen, you mentioned, I know you actually seen uh, Nintendo Direct. This is something I wanted to speak about, man, too, because you mentioned Nintendo Direct, man. I ain't want to go too deep into it, but you seen it. Did you watch the entire thing? And Blizzard, did you see anything with Nintendo Direct? I'm out the loop.
I'll be frankly honest. I
I
haven't been
didn't
watching.
either.
I didn't even know that they were having one this month.
I didn't either. Okay, I don't feel alone. Oh gosh, all right. But I'm not gonna lie, man. Them folks said Metroid 4, like what? Metroid Prime 4, Mario Party, something like
Wait, hold
all the
on.
major
Prime
hits.
4?
Yeah, they showed gameplay of Prime 4.
Finally!
Oh gosh, they like drop bombs, man. They drop
It looks.
haymakers. It caught
I'm
me off
not
guard.
kidding. I'm not kidding. It looks like fucking Halo. It
Huh.
looks straight up like Halo.
Stop, Doc Smith. Stop talking. Stop doing it. You disrespected Microsoft by mentioning Halo.
No,
You better
no,
be
I
right.
am not
You
disrespecting
better be right.
Microsoft, bro. Prime 4, dude. It
You
looks fucking perfect.
you gonna make me. This is a happy moment, man. This is a very happy. Seen the whole thing. Wasteland. Seen the whole thing. Oh my goodness. No Switch 2. They're still making games until 2020. Yeah,
Yes,
Nitty. We.
that's when Prime 4 is coming out, is 2025. I'm betting. Even
It's
if they don't, even if they don't explicitly make it like a cross release for the Switch 2, you know damn well that after the Switch 2 comes out, they're gonna be like, new updated graphics patch for Prime 4 for the Switch 2 or whatever.
My man says switch to 2026. Forget it, bro. 2027, man. Well, let's go on.
Nah, I
What?
think I think personally, it's gonna be Prime 4 comes out in July, Switch 2 is announced in October, and it's out in November. That's my guess.
Switch 2 is a super OLED. Switch 2 is a super OLED.
Well, but Here's the thing though. On Nintendo, so okay, if you look at the Xbox Series X and the Xbox One, and you look at the PS5 and the PS4, besides some very small stuff, damn near the same operating system. Damn near. The PS5 is a lot more flashy, some cooler sounds, better transitions, and all that. Xbox One to Series X, I think, is quite literally the exact same operating system. I actually
Yeah,
genuinely do not think there is any difference. Besides, I think there's like some extra buttons and stuff,
I
because
believe.
different features, but
Supposedly.
basically the same thing. That's all Nintendo's got to do. They just got to have, they can have a samey design, samey controllers, just not horrible 5-cent joysticks. And quite frankly, they could use the exact same operating system, because guess what? There hasn't been a software hack on the Switch since version what, 4.1 was the last time that there was a pure software based hack.
Yeah.
So
It's been a while.
all they got to do is take what they got from that, and now take the money that they invested into software security for the Switch, take that same amount of money and invest it into hardware security for the Switch 2, and congratulations, you've now made an Xbox level console in terms of security. Except they
Oh
won't,
man.
and they'll probably have a fucking
No, they
JTAG
won't.
port open on the first billion units that they sell, and all you have to do is send 5 volts on one rail, and then half a second later send 10 volts on the other, and bam, instant root access with all the keys. But you know,
Facts. Now I could go through. Let me just go through some of the games. I'm gonna mention one: Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, Mario and Luigi Brothership, Super Mario Party Jamboree, Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. Okay, pretty interesting. It's a lot of other titles here. Disney Illusion Island. Something I'm very curious for. I'm a person that played, the old Disney games back in the day. Luigi's Island 2. Some other kind of Looney Tunes, and we got going to that. But one thing I want to mention is that we talked about this before, Dr. Specimen. This is the first Nintendo Direct in how long? Like ever? That was not anything leaked ahead of time?
Yep, and there's a reason for that.
Now, I'm not 100% in the loop on this, but I do know that I was able to pull up a Bloomberg article, right?
Oh, it's on Bloomberg now?
It's Bloomberg.com. I'm looking at rumors dry up as video game leakers face a reckoning. And that's the title. Okay?
Damn.
So, and this was just, it was just put up today. All right, by Jason Schreier, yours truly.
Yep.
All right, we know Jason does great work. All right, so this is official, like a referee whistle, man. Like is it? Are they done? Are they popped? Like Dr. Specimen, give me some details, man. Are we seeing the?
So there's two. I don't know who all the leakers are. I only knew about one of them prior to any of this. But there's two leakers that have had issues recently. The first one apparently was pretending to be a Japanese woman, and then got exposed as not only not being a Japanese woman, which pissed people off on its own. He also ended up being a person who was already basically ostracized for something. I don't know what it was, and I don't mean that like that's me saying like, oh, it wasn't a big deal. It was for nothing. No, genuinely, I have no clue what it was. I wasn't paying attention because I didn't know who the person was to begin with, anyways. So I wasn't paying much attention. But that guy's pretty much gone now, unless he wants to come back under another new account. But
now, why was he getting? Were people really mad at the Japanese woman part? I don't mean to go off, but like, were people mad at the fact that he imitated a Japanese woman? Like, is that a big deal? Like, if I do a crime, does it matter who I imitate, or does it matter who I fake, or like, do I really get double crucified for the fact that I imitated?
The problem, as far as I'm aware, the problem that people had is that it wasn't just that he said like, oh, I'm a Japanese woman, and then like spoke perfect English. It was that he spoke intentionally. He spoke intentionally broken English. So people were basically saying that you were using a stereotype to cover, and that's too far. Which, and also in Wasteland brought up a good idea, or not a good idea. What am I saying? A good point, that apparently he was also just very wrong. So he was wrong going on different accounts and was potentially being a little bit racist. So you kind of mishmash all that together, and like any one of those might be enough for a reason. I mean, maybe you could write it off if it was just one of them, or maybe you still would hate him for just one of them. Okay. You put all three together, yeah, I see what's going on here. Now the other person is much more of a direct L to the leaker community. So the other person, long story short, couldn't keep his fucking mouth shut and leaked his leaker to a journalist. And that journalist posted everything that they talked about, including who this individual's source was. And
who's the journalist?
Good question. Let me pull the name.
Didn't mean to take you off there, but just very curious to,
No, that's a good question.
You mentioned a journalist that's pretty big. You know what I mean? And then he just whistle blew. He just said, "Hey, I'm giving up. Hey, drop it all." You know what I mean? I feel him. You know what I mean? I didn't have to,
It's the Twitter account Stealth40K. That's the Twitter handle. Now I don't know who this person is exactly. I know who this leaker is. This guy I've followed for a while, and he's been accurate and he's been good at it. However, he wasn't able to leak anything this time around due to some changes I guess that Nintendo has made. And if there was any chance that those changes getting circumvented, they are gone now because chances are his leaker is probably getting fired and executed by firing squad by Nintendo.
I swear the Nintendo ninjas are getting better at their job every day.
Yo, they are now. You know what? Are Nintendo ninjas getting better, or are people becoming more scared?
Both.
It's a little bit of both, in my opinion.
All right,
I mean, because internal stuff. I think Nintendo is wanting to make sure that the Switch ends on a good note, so that the Switch 2 can start on a good note. And I think it's sort of a it's the Switch. The Switch needs to end on a good note so that the Switch 2 can start on a good note. And the Switch 2 itself needs to, even if the Switch 2 is objectively on a bad note, if it ends off on a good note of the Switch 1, it can, they can bleed off a little support. Um, so that's I think what's going on there is that they're just trying to make sure that everything goes smoothly in this last year. But
yo,
with
dang.
like the websites and stuff, with people taking down websites, I think it's sort of there's a twofold thing going on here.
All right, let's hear it.
Number one, actually no, I think it's threefold. Threefold. Number one,
All right.
the Apple allowing emulators on their store has caused a lot of people to want to get some ROMs, which has led to a lot of, namely TikTok videos getting shared around on where to get these ROMs.
Damn
And it's just been
TikTokers.
a fucking gold mine for Nintendo and finding these websites and seeing which ones are the popular ones. Because Nintendo can't necessarily just always be able to know what are the popular ROM sites. Are they really going to take down a website where maybe it's for someone's private collection and no one knows what it is? But when you see a video on TikTok with 2 million views talking about a website, it's not really the case there. So,
Bam. Hmm.
Rest
um,
in peace to Vim's leader who got caught up in that fire.
yeah, unfortunately, yeah, and that's actually kind of what I'm really talking about here is Vim's rest in peace.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you got that number one. Number two, back to the Switch 2. I think Nintendo is realizing that they need to. Well,
I don't think they're gonna
I
change, man. I think
I,
that's all. I
I
think
think
Switch 2 is gonna be old ass hardware. They're gonna sell it. They're gonna make a huge profit, and they're gonna continue to put their money towards security and taking people down. Okay,
well,
and by
and
security I mean software security, not
well,
hardware security.
yeah, probably. Well, but so here's the thing though. I think Nintendo believes that they can like there's a post that came out not too long ago about how the Switch is about to surpass the PS2 in sales. Like it's like 1.5 million sales
I
away or
believe it.
something like that.
I
So if
believe it.
Nintendo can curb piracy as much as possible, which namely means that they can curb emulation, which means that they can sell more hardware units, they can be the people that say we now have the most sold console in history.
And
And that is going to be great for shareholders, for investment, and most likely the success of the Switch 2. Now, do I think that they need to be doing what they're doing currently in order for that to happen? Fuck no. But that's their line of thinking. That's why they're doing what they're doing here. And the third thing is, well, actually, Wasteland brought up a good point. So I guess there's four things. But the third thing I was originally going to say was, quite frankly, I think Nintendo has fully realized the fact that they can do literally whatever they want with the
They
DMCA
can.
and never will get any consequences.
They ain't gonna
Free
get
and
no
clear.
pushback. Yeah.
I am fully convinced now that there is nothing Nintendo will ever do that will piss people off enough to actually get pushback that causes them to back the fuck off. They will strike whoever they want to strike. They will sue whoever they want to sue. They will win every time, and there's nothing we can do about it.
And all these companies bow down.
Yep.
They bow down, man. That's as simple
Yeah,
as that.
yeah. Even other billion-dollar companies will bow down, and they're not even willing to fucking fight for us, even though everyone agrees Nintendo's draconian with it. But not even. I mean, fuck, dude. If Gary Newman can't save us, no one can. But the fourth thing,
it doesn't
and
really help
mainly
that.
Wasteland.
Go ahead, sorry.
the damn flashcards. You know, I think Nintendo kind of realized that they cannot. Whoever just plugged their iPhone in, hello. Um, I think Nintendo realized that pretty quickly that they, ironically, I'm going to completely contradict what I just said, but that they actually might be opening themselves up to a killer lawsuit if they just decide to start banning everybody who uses a game that has been dumped in an attempt to stop the flashcards. So what do? Well, they do the next best thing. They just take all the ROMs offline. You can't get a ROM, you can't pirate on it, so who the fuck cares if you have a flashcard? Now, of course, I think that's a really dumb line of thinking, and I really think
Yeah.
Nintendo should just fucking give up because it doesn't matter. People who really wanted to pirate, they'll be able to pirate on custom firmware, and all they lose is being able to play that game online. Is there really that many people left who don't own Mario Kart to play it online? Is there really that many people who don't own Super Smash Bros. To play it online? It
Yeah.
doesn't exist. And if anything, if you really think about it, it doesn't ruin the online experience for anybody. Because if you're playing on a flash card, you can't use cheats. And even if you're using a flash card on custom firmware, you still can't use cheats. I mean,
Can't.
I don't think there's any way. The only line of thinking I could think of that would get them to do this is installed game NSP piracy detection is so perfect that that was never a risk of having cheaters going online, because if it was a pirated NSP, then it would flag immediately. But
Yeah.
if it was your legitimate NSP or even your legitimate game card, I mean, you could still cheat. It's actually, never mind. That's not even a good point.
How about that?
So I just don't understand. I mean, it's just another way to do it. And I mean, maybe the lawyers just heard flashcard equals more scary, but I mean, I'm sorry. Shout outs to Magnus because he is right. In general, this isn't the best method for piracy. I just want these because I like having funny devices that I shouldn't own, you know?
No,
Mhm.
and you probably hit it spot on. And there's going to be people who get this thing and straight for piracy. I agree with you. It may not be the best solution for piracy. Now, Blizzard, you were gonna say
You
something.
want to know what it is?
What was that?
Steam Deck.
Oh, you bastard.
That's my Prime 4. I was getting played first on my fucking Steam Deck. And you know what, dude? I don't buy Nintendo shit anymore because of how they do their fucking takedowns and all that. But man, when I get that fucking MIG dumper from Blizzard, or maybe even the Unlock Switch extractor, I don't care what I have. I don't care what I'll use. I'm fucking buying Metroid Prime 4 on
I
a
was
card,
just
and I'm
gonna
playing
say
that
you
shit
gonna
on
buy
the
Prime
emulator.
4. Look at him. He
Nintendo,
go.
Nintendo, I already bought 2 fucking Switches from you guys. I have rights to your keys, and I'm buying the game on a card, and I'm playing it off the card. I'm not even making a fucking copy of it. I'm playing it on the card. Suck my dick, Nintendo.
Damn. See, Nintendo.
Damn.
Nintendo, I feel for you. I ain't gonna disrespect you like that. What I'm gonna say, Nintendo, is you do be doing some bullshit, right? But I'm still gonna go see the. You come out with another Mario movie. I was there day one. My dog, that shit was banging. Okay, you just need to chill out with all the shit. With all the video game stuff. If you keep your hardware old, which I expect they are, because I think it's profitable, right? They get you start. Hey, now we can sell our systems, and we know every time we sell a system, bam!
This man's
Look at
calling me
those.
out. I don't even blame him.
On the topic of just them using old hardware, look at the PS5. How many exclusive PS5 games are there?
He
None. The
talking, my
PS5 does not have
man.
games.
He
Besides
talking, my
maybe
man.
for a couple of the Spider-Man games,
That's all they be talking
every,
about. That's all they talk about. That's
I
it.
think Nintendo does have it down when it comes to making profit with older hardware. The thing that really sells a console is their games.
That's true.
If they can make it good quality and try getting it within a good price, they can still sell cheaper hardware yet still make it very enjoyable for people.
I agree.
And
That's
that's what
that's
I
kind.
always enjoyed about Nintendo.
I agree. You preaching, preaching. That is something that I think. What other system has the same quality of level game? When you get a Nintendo system, you're getting a certain quality level games. All right. Now you're getting it. PlayStation, I agree. What exclusive do you have for PlayStation 5, bro? That was a great one right there. We still waiting.
While I do enjoy my PS5, it just feels like the PlayStation 4 Pro X, whatever you want to add on the end of it.
Yeah, that's how I feel with the Series X. You know what I mean? I just feel like, you know, hey, I'm kind of alone. So I'm with you now. The next, so let's put our bets on. We got to put our bets down. Everybody had to put a bet down. Do you think the next Nintendo system that is released will officially be that next upgrade that we've been waiting for? The real upgrade now. I don't mean better Wi-Fi. I don't mean bigger screen. I don't mean better Joy-Cons. I mean hardware, internals, the board, chips, capacitors, everything. Top of the line. Can we see that?
I think so.
If anything, if they just make it as powerful as a Steam Deck, that, or even something even just less than a Steam Deck, something that's comparable to a light gaming laptop, then that would be the next best step.
And you hit to something there. I'm a guy that right now, I wish I had it by me. Like, I got one of those Amber Nicks. You guys used Amber Nicks before, right? And then you got the ROG Ally, you got Steam
Yep.
Decks, you got so many powerful beasts out there. I agree. None of them will have the games that Nintendo had. Like, Nintendo got it on lock, bro. Let's keep it honest. They got it on lock, man. All right. You might as well just pull out your wallet right now and give it up. Because I don't care how many. Now, I know you're going to say my Steam Deck can play all the games perfectly fine. I can play them at 4K and they run 60 frames per second. I hear you, Dr. Specimen. I hear you. But when mommy and daddy going out and buying something for Christmas, what's going to happen? They're going to run to the store. Oh, he said he wants system game. Bam. Done. They're not going to get him a Steam Deck and tell him to configure it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to tell him, oh, go to your Steam Deck and configure it. Go ahead, get an emulator. Go ahead, figure it. Do you got some keys? They don't understand that. You know what I mean?
Which
so I
is
don't know.
one of the main reasons why I think consoles will still be around for a pretty long time.
Ooh, that's a debate. That's a new debate we need to have. How long do you think consoles will be around before consoles die? Yeah, I do think there will be a point where, damn, I don't know, I'm lying. Let me shut up. Because as much as I'm saying that, you can make a console this small, bro. Like, come on. So, like, for real, you can make a master console by the time we get to, 200 years from now. Master console can be this small. So, 2030, nah, you crazy. Ain't no 2030, nitty.
By the time all the 64-bit or computers will start losing how to track time properly.
Yeah. Agree. Yo, 2030, damn, that do feel like so close, but yet so far. I get you. 2030, no more consoles. So what's going to happen with no more consoles? So you're saying we're all going to pretty much at that point be buying gaming PCs that are running operating systems that are strictly. Isn't that a console? Like, what is the definite? When do we stop? So what if I have I don't know how to put, like, is there an in-between point? Like, is it just PC console? But I see you get some of these mini PCs that's damn near like a console, man, right? You get
anything I think this Steam Deck has already drawn the line is where it's starting to blur. Where it's easy as a console, yet it still has the freedom of a PC.
You own to something, and that's one thing that made actually Nintendo Switch what was so good about it. It was you had a full console that was portable. You felt it. You felt you had a full console, not like the Wii U where you were taking the shit, across the room or something. You know what I mean? Like, this is you actually were going somewhere. And that was my big thing about it. I was like, shit, I'm on the airplane. I'm playing, or you know what I mean? That's big, and you're right. With the
You should see some of the people that I've seen in airports bringing their whole Wii U consoles, hooking it up to a very powerful battery thing, and using it like a Switch.
Yo, shout out to them, man. They the real ones, man. They get a little NWO music for that. I'm not gonna lie. That was dope. They bring the whole. I'm not gonna lie. All right. Everybody here, let's be honest. We all got ignorant every now and then with something we brought, right? Have you ever just like, okay, I'm gonna bring Nintendo Switch, but just in case, I'm gonna bring 2 SD cards. I got the one fully loaded with my ROMs, so just in case I want to get my old school on one night, right? Until I got my other one for my Nintendo Switch games, because I might want to get, with some new times. I might want to get with some new times. But at the same time, hold up. No, I don't know. I might got a little couple movies or something on this one. You know what I mean? Have y'all ever done something like that? Am I the only one that's done that? Like
I
has gone on out with like 10 SD cards, but with
okay, I've done that if the thing that I'm using unfortunately only does digital.
All right.
Otherwise, I'm bringing an entire backpack of games with me.
Yeah, and you know what, man? I'm not gonna lie, I carry the desktop with me, man. A lot of times, I'm the only one, so you'll see me if I walk in a hotel or anywhere. You're gonna see a big ass desktop, bro. Excuse me, excuse me. Bing! You know you gotta push the button with a fucking desktop, bro.
Mhm.
Bing! With your damn chest and shit. Excuse me. How you doing? Got the key. Get the key out of my pocket. Get the door. Oh shit. I ain't gonna lie, I got a monster. You know what I mean? You know how it is. Big ass case, full case. So, but I need to take it. I edit. I do a lot of shit on the road. Now I bring two switches hacked and unhacked, and three SD cards, one for CFW, one for Android, one for.
God damn.
He ready, man. That's what Wasteland. Dab me up, man. He ready, man. That's what I'm
Only
talking
two.
about. You never know what might pop off, man. He might need to sign into Android, jump on the Shadow PC, right? And then he might have to set up something on the Shadow. So he got the cloud PC. He connect his Joy Cons. He playing Modern Warfare. Why do you know? I know how you do. I know how you do. I see you, Wasteland. Okay, it's a little different. And he got Linux. Ah, he ready.
I've
Can't
been
tell him
somewhat
nothing.
stepping away from modern games. I've been having way too much with analog products right now.
So,
Oh,
now I have not. I've been out the loop, man. So, what's the latest thing that you've been touching, Blizzard?
Right now, handheld wise, it's analogs or analog pocket, the thing that can play or Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and if you get any of the
Yeah.
adapters, I believe Atari and Lynx, Game Gear, and
Oh, that
some
looks
third
so
one that I can't remember off
good.
the top of my head. I think TurboGrafx games.
Damn, that look good, man. Oh, that look beautiful.
As
Damn.
for consoles or like home or original type consoles, right now it's the Mega SG, so I can play a lot of Sega games that I've missed out because I was a Nintendo fan for way too long. I need to
No,
start playing some Sega games.
man, dab me up. That's what I'm talking about. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I was spoiled and then not spoiled. Like I got everything and then not. So at one point, all I had two older brothers, so I had like one system. The other had the other had it. So we got to play them all. But I feel you on that. Sega Genesis. I think a lot of people sleep on some of those games, man. Like the Toe Jams and Earls, the Strider, the you know what I mean. There was so many. Yo, I cannot go. I could just keep going, bro, forever. Like I can't stop talking about Sega Genesis games, man. But Xbox Series X, that's what I played every day. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I play my Xbox Series X every day. But it's I mean, it is what it is, though, man. I feel like I don't know. Am I getting old, man? I feel like all this shit in gaming is just getting the same. And when I hear like Metro Prime 4, I start getting up. Right? I hear a new Gears, Microsoft. I stand up.
Another
You know what
thing
I mean? Certain
Another
thing
thing
give
that
me
I'm
goosebumps.
kind of excited for is I really want to get my hands on Analog Duo before they sell out of those things.
Oh man, they probably
Because
sold right now, man. Did they sell out already, or are they
oh
going
no,
on
they're still
sale?
selling them. It's just Analog's. The only gripe that I have with that company is that they could still technically make all the consoles that they made so far.
Okay.
It's just that they do it or they just stop selling them, and so there's a scarcity.
Oh, okay. All right. No, that's the way it's in. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes that's how you make the money go up.
Yeah,
Sorry, we only have, so many. I'm sorry, we can only let one person. Have you ever seen that South Park episode where he was like, I can only let two people in the park today, and they
oh,
went
yep.
crazy. You know what I mean? They went nuts. He like, damn, I got to pay for that. Only four people, and it just kept going nuts. You know what I mean? Until everybody came in.
Which is why it's been hard to find some of their older ones like the NES stuff. I believe they called it NC Mini Noir or something like that.
Damn. See, man, I gotta get okay, Blizzard. I see. I gotta get in the loop, man. I get a lot of this shit to sample, which I'm gonna be doing reviews. But I got all different amber nicks to sample. I got all different types of shit to pull out, and I just make a video for it. Ha, 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 hey, look at me playing the game. Buy this shit now. Hey, that's really all I do. You know what I'm saying? But after that, I just got it. So I got it here, and I got tons of shit. Really, I need to do reviews for. But yo, I got those two things. I think that was the main thing. We got the MigSwitch version 2 sampling coming. We was talking about the leakers. They done, bro. They done. It's the first time. Nintendo got them, bro. They got them, man. First they did my dog Gary Bowser wrong. Gary, shout out to you. I don't care what they say about you, Gary. Okay, I don't care. I always gotta say that. That's when they saying good stuff about you or bad. I'm gonna just say I don't care what they saying about you. But Gary's my dog, man. Shout out everybody else, you know. But damn, this is messed up, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm actually like, what other company have you here lock so many damn people up? Nintendo got a long sheet. Can somebody make a track sheet of the people that Nintendo has either locked up, make DMCA request, or they just fucking
Well,
got scared? Like, can we get that
and
list? That
and I'm
list
glad
is
you
gonna be fucking tremendous.
I'm glad you I'm glad you mentioned that because I'm thinking about it. Okay, so you have GeoHot with Sony. That's the big one.
That's a big one.
But then with Microsoft,
Who?
or specifically with Xbox, no one.
Who?
They
Thank
they
you.
threat they threatened that one guy back in the Xbox days, but they kind of had a right to because he had their fucking kernel uploaded to his website. But other than that, I don't think there's anyone. They didn't touch Team Executor. Like, think about it. Xbox
Nope.
One to today, besides what just got released, there's never been anything that they've had to worry about. So you just have to look from the original Xbox to the Xbox 360 days. Well, the Xbox 360 days, they just banned a bunch of people and put out a bunch of updates to try to stop the light touch firmwares and the JTAG shit. Original Xbox days, they sent a threatening phone call to one guy because he had a kernel uploaded on his website. Okay, that's actually kind of fair. So once you get past that,
Okay.
nothing.
Oh God,
I'd say the
man.
only reason why Microsoft hasn't done that much is because they've been, or at least so far that from what I can tell, they've been pretty good at trying to make the Xbox as open as possible. I mean, hell, if you just pay $20 or I don't know if it's a year or a month, you can have your current Xbox Series X, Series S open up as any like a development
Yeah.
console.
Yep.
It's a
Free
one-time
development.
fee, I believe, actually.
Oh, really?
Even better.
Well, so I actually have another theory.
What's
I,
that?
be- I believe that
Best security in the world. Tell me.
Microsoft is aware of the fact that they don't need Xbox. They have Windows, they have Office, they have server stuff, they have, their coding shit, they have probably, I don't know, they have hardware, that other hardware that they sell.
AI.
They have, yeah, AI. They've got so much shit that they sell and make money off of that, let's say piracy did end up somehow killing off the Xbox. I highly doubt that would happen, but let's say it did. Microsoft doesn't have to destroy millions of lives with their legal department to keep the whole company afloat. Sony doesn't really have to either, although besides their movie business, I would be shocked if Xbox or if PlayStation wasn't their biggest moneymaker.
Okay.
So I understand Sony being a little more protective of it, but then you have Nintendo, where if they get pirated into obscurity, company's dead. So it makes sense. It doesn't make it right, but it makes sense at least.
Okay, you might be on to something right there. Now, I will say, I think myself, I just think Microsoft did something different than Nintendo. They focused on the security of the next system. They said, since we've had such a catastrophic failure with the original Xbox, okay, we're going to focus on security for the Xbox 360. That was a secure damn system. I don't care what anybody say. All right? Just because we got JTAG and RGH comes later, people are like, oh, that shit's wide open. No, bro, if we didn't have those, what would we have?
The hypervisor's crazy.
If we wouldn't have nothing. We don't have those. You know what I mean? So,
If I'm not mistaken, isn't the hypervisor, or at least one method to technically quote unquote hack the Xbox is called the kamikaze method?
oh man, the kamikaze. Yeah, how could I forget the kamikaze, man? The good old drill into your chip.
Yeah, you can kamikaze a Switch now.
Oh, I missed it. It's dead. You just instantly have a funeral right there. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. For Windows, they have Pilot that they are shoving Windows down Windows 11 users' throat. Yo, just go ahead and get your Windows 11, man. Get everything. Just it. Microsoft's gonna drill it down your throat anyway, man. I'm trying hard to stay on 10, man. Believe me. It's not every time. It's like, all right, man. Damn.
Okay.
Microsoft, here, dude. Damn, shit.
See,
Update.
personally, Nick, I've kind of given up on Windows
I knew
11,
you was
so
gonna say that.
I'm making the switch
I figured he was, man.
to Windows 2000.
I figured that's actually, hey, you actually put that's the best one, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the best one. You know what I'm saying? You should have went with ME. I'm gonna be honest. ME was
Bro.
it wasn't just ooh,
Fuck
that thing was
you.
smoking. Hey, do
Everybody
you got
forgets
Disney
about
Fragmenter?
everybody forgets about Neptune.
Yeah, ooh.
Neptune, you know what?
Listen, it's one of
You know what?
the
You're
best
right. You're right. Neptune, Nick, you probably don't even know what Neptune is.
Nah, I don't mess with Neptune, bro. I don't
It-
mess with Neptune at
it's,
all, bro. Not the slightest. Don't
All
even. Not the slightest.
All right. Long story short, Microsoft used to make two versions of Windows, one for personal use, one for professional use. That's why Windows ME and Windows 2000 exist. Even though the names technically mean the same damn thing,
They are.
you know, ME was for the home users and 2000 was for the pro users. XP was going to be two different versions, one for the personal and one for the professional use, and it was going to be Neptune for the home users and Odyssey for the professional users, but then they decided to merge the two, and then XP happened.
Yo, that's a beautiful story, man. That's a beautiful. I actually got to clap that up. That's a very beautiful story, man. It was broken down well too. Thank you.
You know why it's a beautiful story? Because it's a story that led to XP existing. Anything that involves the XP coming to
XP,
existence
agreed.
is a good story.
Now I see here Windows 98 the best. I rock with Windows 95, dog. That was like my thing. You know
I
what
think
mean?
Windows 95 has objectively the best startup sound of any Windows version.
Yeah,
I think Windows 2000. Well, actually, no. I don't think there's a bad Windows startup sound since Windows 90. I don't really like the Windows 98 one that much, honestly. I know it's going to be
Man.
unpopular. I don't like the Windows 98 one that
All I
much.
know is I hated fucking hearing UAC on Vista. That you do. I used to hear that shit so much. I'm like,
Okay, you know what fucking confuses me? All right, hold on, Nick, you just activated me right now, dude. Okay, Windows 7 is 85% the same as Vista, and yet everyone fucking loved it. But then people still talk about how this is the biggest piece of shit. Meanwhile, you could literally replicate Vista in Windows 7 with a couple fucking
You can.
themes and some
You can.
text changes. You do that, you give it to someone, and they'd immediately be like, "Oh, this is the worst. I hate using this." And then you press a button to disable all that stuff, and they find out they'd be using Windows 7 this whole time. And the only reason Vista sucked was because it was bad for the time, but it objectively, as a built piece of software, wasn't that bad. It's just that NVIDIA can't make fucking graphics drivers to save their ass.
I was gonna say it was a
Okay.
catastrophe. It was
I'm gonna pause this entire argument for a second. Happy birthday to Wastelander.
Yeah, big happy birthday to
Wasteland.
Wastelander. Seriously,
Oh,
man.
Wasteland,
Don't get too
happy
drunk. Don't get
birthday,
too
man.
drunk, please.
Yeah, don't get too drunk. Don't get too drunk.
Can you dig it, sucker?
We gave you the, can you dig it, suck on top of it? Don't get too drunk, please don't. It's already late for a lot of people. You know what I mean? All right, but we are all just, that's how you know a lot of us are just nerds. We're talking about operating systems for Windows, and we're relating to it. Bro, we're fucking, it's late. We're dweebs, bro. All of us. Like, each one of us. This is what we do. You know, and I'm not gonna lie. Right now, I'm kind of liking Windows 11. I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of liking Windows 11. I ain't got no problem with it. You know,
Personally,
and
I feel like that I'm a weirdo. I run every single operating system that right now. My desktop runs both a version of Linux and Windows 11. I'm currently holding a laptop right now, which is a MacBook, and
You know,
parallels in there, and you got.
I respect using all three, honestly.
I do.
Because FreeBSD doesn't exist, and we ignore it unless you're using a PlayStation.
And another thing that I'm also gonna geek about, I recently got a Nintendo IS Nitro emulator.
Ooh.
Damn.
It took me a long ass time to put this thing together, but I got this old software that runs that runs the debugger and stuff on 11.
I'm glad you reminded me of it. You said nothing that it's relevant to what you reminded me of, but you did remind me. Um, I bought Vermintide 2 off eBay. Apparently, the disc has enough data on it to run the exploit. So, once that fucking game exploit comes out, you will be seeing that shit live on this channel. I promise you.
Nice. Now, where was that confirmed at? How did you get that information? Where was the confirmation? Come on, let's drop that out. Because there's a lot of people out there who ran for that digital version, but they ran and didn't even think about a physical version, right?
So okay, let
Why?
me let me let me
Fill me
let
in.
me let me just confirm. Yes, okay. So he didn't say anything with words, but I think there was a bit of insinuation, and if there wasn't, I bought the game for no reason. It's fine.
Fine, it's a good
But
game. Good game.
Michael Crump put out a tweet. He said 7 days later, but I guess that's why you're following. You know what the fuck am I doing? I can pull this up in my browser. Give me 1 second.
Let's go, Michael Crump. Shout you
Pull.
out, Michael Crump. Everybody, that's my
Always
dog.
got a shout out. Guy's been helpful since
Oh
day
yeah,
one.
love Michael Crump, man. Love. I retweet. I'm mad I ain't retweet that. You know what I mean? I'm mad at myself, Michael Crump. I'm sorry. I try to get on Twitter as much as I can, but I can't get on there as live. You know?
So what he's referring to was that the price of Vermintide 2 on disc was going to go up since it was known that the game was going to be announced and all that.
Yeah, my
So
man. Yep.
so
Hey, my man on to something. Okay, and I went ahead and gave him a retweet. You know what I mean? Slipping up on him. My bad, Crump. I hit you with it though. My bad. Did it live. I received mine today. Look at you. Now I got mine digital. It's all good. I'm
and
enjoying it.
and here's the thing. Okay, let's say I'm wrong. Let's say I'm wrong, and or whoever's wrong. And it turns out that it's actually not enough to have the disc. You actually do need to download something or whatever. Well, here's the thing. At least I can know I'm not alone because this guy got it yesterday. Well, I guess not yesterday. Technically, could have been 24 minutes ago. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it the game script app was long shut down since yesterday. So if
That's
he
fair.
just got it and had to shit online, well, sorry, you lost game script access. So there's going to be a lot of people that were able to get game script and were able to take their consoles offline, but didn't get Vermintide, that are probably going out to buy the disc, and now they're just going to have Vermintide and can't use it. So you know what? It is what it is. At least I'm not alone.
Yeah, that's true. They're not alone in that, man. And thank you for breaking that down too. And yourself, did y'all talk Elden Ring already? You must be talking about the DLC that got released for Elden Ring. I haven't even tried it yet. Okay. If we talking about the DLC, are we talking about the same thing? You ain't, because I got to try the DLC. Now, you got to let me get in there and work with it first to let you know. But nah, I haven't. Y'all might not be, I caught it. And then I like to download, but I am gonna try the DLC and see how it works out.
God damn.
Ooh,
Blizzard. That's a good ass setup.
it's good. It's good.
It took me a while to figure out, but I finally got Soul Silver working on there.
See, man, my man Blizzard dropping gems. He dropping gems, and NittyCon said the Elden Ring DLC is good. Dag, oh man, why you doing this to me, NittyCon? Ah.
Also, it doesn't
Oh,
really help that I also have a 3DS Panda unit too.
Hey guys, look, I got good
damn.
news. My new
What's that?
computers are almost ready.
Oh man,
um,
yo, this is gonna be your favorite operating system once it gets
No, it
up and
already
running.
is.
No, it ain't really that favorite yet. Use it again. You gonna
No,
delete that
no,
shit right away.
no. Listen here.
What you
Listen.
using? What are you using it for right now? If you put that shit on there, tell me you're gonna delete that shit right away. You know you are. You're gonna
Okay.
click delete on that shit the moment we close this stream.
All right. Listen. You go before Windows 2000, and it's too old to really be useful for any modern purposes.
That's a fact.
Um, but then you go Windows Vista and newer, and you're either just old enough to have new shit bitch at you, or new enough to where you have to deal with all the bullshit of modern Windows. So,
Yeah.
like Vista 7, 8, 8.1 can't really use this anymore because they're just new enough to have some of the bullshit. But
Yeah.
also, as much as I love 7, I personally
I love them
my
too.
personally my favorite. I had to actually install something on modern hardware. but it's just not as usable anymore, and it's just new enough that you might as well go older. So what are you left with? You're left with Windows 2000 to the Windows XP days. And listen, Windows XP is the best piece of software ever created in human history.
I'm with you. I'm
But
with you. No complaints there.
but XP is also very much targeted.
Hell
Windows
yeah.
2000, on the other hand, is not really targeted as much because it's sort of in that sweet spot of being a just new enough NT version that you theoretically could run modern apps if you fuck around with it enough, but is just old enough and just not on the radar enough, unlike XP, to not have extremely direct targeted attacks. Now, it's still not safe to use online, and be safe, don't get viruses,
Okay.
all that kind of shit, but if I was going to go online with any old operating system and I had to choose between XP and 2000, I honestly probably would pick 2000. If I get a firewall up on there, I'd pick 2000.
Man, XP, I could never turn down XP, man. XP was like a trusted soldier at war. XP took me through all the hard times. XP took me through Napster. XP took me through like clone DVD. XP took me through, modding some of my most favorite systems. You know, like XP's done a lot for me, man. So it's a good piece of history.
Hey, there we go.
I almost want to shed a tear. Now, 8.1 not usable no more.
Oh,
And
Windows
he
8
not
has never
lying.
been
Yeah.
Windows 8 has never been usable.
And you know what? I'm with you on that. I couldn't stand 8 at all. So glad when 10 came
You
along.
know what? You ready
It was
for me to
ahead of
piss
its
everyone
time.
off, Nick?
It was ahead of its time. That's what I think.
I'm gonna
That's
piss everyone off. I actually don't mind Windows 8. I really don't.
Oh, you hold up. Now we talking different. Now, see, I was gonna say that Windows 8 I couldn't stand, but I think it's ahead of its time. Like I think there will be a time where instead of fucking monitors, maybe we'll have projectors and we'll be fucking walking up and bing, bing, bing. We'll be swiping apps and doing all that shit, right? But at this point, we ain't there. We ain't there. Okay.
So,
And I
here's
think
my
that's
thing.
that's where they were. I think their vision was a touchscreen future with a lot of touching and swiping and moving, and it's just we're not there. And
But
that's
here's my thing with Windows 8 though. Okay. Now, this doesn't apply to 80% of the population, so for them, I don't blame them for hating Windows 8. But for people like us, all you got to do is install Classic Shell, and bam, all the problems will really go away if you think about it. But let's ignore that even. The start screen's not that fucking hard to use. If you're one of us, you can figure it out. And sure, maybe it's a little bit tedious. Personally,
true.
I don't care. I actually don't. I don't mind it that much. I just spent a little bit of time learning how to use it, and really, it's not that big of a deal, in my opinion. In my opinion, I understand why for other people it'd be a big deal. For me, not the end of the world. I don't mind using it.
I'm
Especially the search. The search in Windows 8, it's not bad compared to Windows 10. Holy fuck, the search in Windows 8, it's not bad. It really isn't.
Yo, I'm gonna just say this, man. One thing I hate about Windows 11, I'm gonna just put this on the record right now. I can't fucking stand. They need to change it. I should just be able to right click and rename, bro. Why do I have to right click and hit show more options and then hit rename? Why do they do this to me? Why? Now I can go ahead and change everything back to normal. I'm just talking about stock, just normal shit. Right? I want to be able to just right click on that shit. Now I gotta go in and change all the shit again.
You
You
know,
know what I'm saying?
and what's
Just me.
funny
Just me.
is really thinking through it. And again, this is a really unpopular opinion. I'm not just trying to have unpopular opinions. I just don't like Windows 10. I don't.
Oh
Maybe it's just
no, man. I
maybe
can't do
maybe
this, Dr. Specimen. This is
now
look
here's the thing.
here.
Here's the thing. It might not even be Windows 10's fault. I think I just have this sort of weird effect going on because a lot of my life was lived under Windows 10, and that includes a lot of those awkward periods of. I'm about to give people a goddamn seizure. Sorry about that. A lot of the awkward parts of life were lived through on Windows 10, but you look at all the Windows up to Windows 98, and realistically, that was the learning period. Some people say that the original release of 98 was bad, but Windows 98 Second Edition was good. But really, they get a pass. It was a learning experience, it was a learning curve for Microsoft, and it was a learning period for literally
I
the
agree with
world of
that.
computers. So okay, I give them a pass.
I
Now
agree with that.
Windows Me, was just stupid. It shouldn't have happened. And Microsoft even knew they were trying to. They were actually building Neptune at that time. They were building up to XP, but they were like, we need to just throw one more thing out to make Windows 98 even better. And then Millennium Edition happened, and everyone hated it, rightfully so, because it was a broken mess. Then XP
Yeah.
came out, which is the best piece of software ever
Yeah.
created in human history. I will stand by that till the day I die. It is the best thing created by humans on computers.
Yeah,
Then
on
Vista
computer.
happened.
I'm with you on that, man. And it reminds me. That's why I said those MP3 days, man. A lot of people don't remember, man, when you just had to spend 30 minutes to download one MP3. Like that was just it hit different when you got
I
your
swear
download.
dial-up was so bad.
Yeah, you remember you got a video. It was like, oh, a trailer you wanted to watch. You how long you had to wait for the trailer, and then it's just a music video or something you ain't even want.
When
Right?
was the last time you had to watch the screen go line by line for a web page to load up?
Preaching, man. Clap for him. Clap for him. They don't know about that. I know about that. I remember
So
seeing it. Waiting for the picture. You come back like, her picture gonna finish. Watch. You gonna see how good she look. Wait, let me just come back. I'm gonna go in. You come
now,
back and then you can see how
now
she look.
then though you get to Vista. Now Vista was screwed over by hardware manufacturers. I mean, I'm sorry. Vista objectively had nothing wrong with it besides being too powerful for its time, being too a little bit too heavy for its time, and for being screwed over by hardware manufacturers. There is no reason why nowadays you can't go back and if you have some piece of software that for whatever reason was discontinued with Vista, there's no reason why you can't go back to Vista and use it. It
And
works
I'm gonna be
fine.
honest, man. I'm gonna be honest. I am hating on Vista, right? Because I've used Vista before, and I agree with you on a lot of that. It wasn't that bad, but I will just say, when you're coming from XP, bro, XP, we're coming from XP. You hear what we talking about? We talking about you just said the best thing. We coming from that to Vista, wasn't it? That's what it was, man. And Windows 7 was damn. We messed up. Let's try to make them a little bit better, right? We didn't give. They gave us full control of our damn systems and then said you get no control. It was all a loop. It was weird. Right, it was
Yeah,
really weird. A
well,
lot of
and
software didn't work. Remember the whole software thing? You had software that did not work, and it was a whole big thing of people were saying, "Hey, well, Microsoft's trying to scam people out of more money for software because you would have to buy a Vista version." And there was this whole talks about possible versions, but then nonetheless, of course, I agree with you on the hardware side of things, and things caught up. So I would agree with you there.
well, yeah, I mean, I Windows Vista did have some quirks with it, like user account control. But again, new period of time, cybersecurity actually started being taken seriously. It was a new step forward. They didn't really know what they were doing. They took it too far. It is what it is with a new field.
I did.
Um, Trying to think of some other quirks that Windows Vista had that like people did objectively. Oh, okay, so there was the whole SKU issue. That was just dumb, but that's irrelevant to the software itself. Okay, really, the deal is if you had a regular home computer, you got Home Premium. If you were a professional, or a business person, you got Professional, and if you were a power user, you got Ultimate. Okay, Starter was irrelevant. Home Basic was for if you had a shitty computer. Then there was Home Premium, which is for everybody else. Then there was Professional, which is for or no, I think it was called Business. So Business was
It may have been
for
business, yeah.
yeah, Business was for people who had a work laptop or something. Then there's Enterprise, which is again irrelevant for most people, and then there's Ultimate,
Yeah,
which is
all
for
these
people who are power
versions.
users. Is it
It's just
ridiculous that they
crazy.
had all those? Yes, it is ridiculous. But at the end of the day, three of them were completely irrelevant. And so you had regular person, business person, power user. That's all you had. And if they had labeled it as such, it would have been fine.
Yo, I know. I remember going to the store and picking up my disc. Hey, I picked up my disc, man. I was like XP. I remember picking up my Vista disc. I remember picking it. And see, nowadays, you ain't got to do none of that shit, right? It's just click, 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 got it. You know what I mean?
See, and
The shit tells you
and
everything. But back in the day, you had to go up there and it was like, sold out. What you mean sold out? Oh,
see, and
hell no. I'm
I
going over
don't,
to Circuit City.
I don't know,
Circuit City.
I
Oh
don't
my
know exactly how to pronounce your name. I'm just gonna say Lidos. You make a good point. Driving support was dog shit. You wanna know why it was dog shit? Because device manufacturers are dog shit and had terrible drivers already. God forbid moving it over to the new Windows Vista method of doing drivers. God, they would never want to do that. It's their fucking fault. Now, sure, maybe Microsoft could have delayed Vista to get some drivers, but the whole hell that was Vista's development cycle, I don't really blame them for just saying fuck it, push it out, and not waiting for drivers. Maybe it's a little bit Microsoft's fault on that front, but I really think it was device manufacturers' fault. Like that shit was just
Hey,
ridiculous.
I'm
Now,
not mad at you on that because that was a lot of the issue. It
now
pretty
getting off
much was.
getting off of Vista, Windows 7, best modern version of Windows. I'd say
Hey,
7 onwards is modern Windows, best modern version of Windows, free and clear. It it was a re-release of Windows Vista with some of the actual problems, besides the whole skewing thing, uh, fixed. The actual problems were fixed. It looks better. It and it was basically Vista, but released when it should have been released. And actually, when it came out, very little people said, "Damn, my Windows 7 doesn't have drivers for the hardware I need." The name change really meant a lot.
no, the name change was definitely great, but another miss right after that, right? Windows 8, another miss, and then you come back and you hit it again. Windows 10. Then you got Windows 11, which I don't think Windows 11 is a miss at all. I actually consider Windows 10 and 11 same thing, right? As everybody else
Well,
says, same
and
thing.
so that's what's so weird
You
though, because
Yo, he said the
eight.
special editions of the Zelda Switch Lite.
So eight was stupid for not having a start button, and then 8.1 brought the start button back, and people kind of consider them different. But I'm gonna ignore 8 as its own entity, and just when I say 8, I mean 8.1 because Microsoft basically
Yeah,
was
good
like
stuff.
pretend 8 didn't happen. 8.1 is 8 now. So
It
when we
is.
think about it with having the start button, it basically was just Windows 7 again, but with different sound. It was flatter and it didn't have a start menu. But you could get that back later on with an app like Classic Shell. So,
You're right. Classic shit. Oh
again,
my
it's like
goodness.
if you learn to use it, it was fine. But I don't know. I just think that
Man.
I think people went a little too hard on it. I mean, because on every other aspect besides the start menu, what was wrong with Windows 8? Did anyone have any complaints with Windows 8 besides the start menu? Any at all?
Uh to be honest,
Not enough
I
people
don't
owned
know.
it in order to be able to find those issues, probably.
I can't say
Yeah,
anything about it. I ride Windows 7 for the longest time until I
I
got a
did too.
laptop with Windows 10.
I did too.
Now,
And it was the start. I'm not gonna lie. The start menu was a lot of it, but with that, the start menu carried so much, bro.
oh, for sure.
Like you see what I'm saying? Like the
But,
start menu literally still to this day carries a lot of weight.
but,
You know
but,
what I
you,
mean? So it's just so huge.
but you think about it, though, okay? Once you get into Microsoft Office, once you get into a game, once you get into your web browser, you don't notice the start menu. You're busy
I
watching your
don't care.
cooking tutorial, you're busy playing your game, you're busy writing your paper or doing your spreadsheet. The start menu doesn't bother you. It's sitting in the corner and it's not causing you any harm. So otherwise, Windows 8 was fine. It really was.
Yo,
Um,
I like, and I don't know if Windows 8 did Windows 8 hide the taskbar or
no,
did it not?
Windows 8, the weird thing with Windows 8 was that Windows 8 original didn't have a start
That's what I'm talking about.
button at all. But then
Got
Windows
it.
8.1, the big thing with 8.1 is that it brought the
Yeah,
button back, but it
button.
still went to the start screen.
No, I'm thinking of 8. Then yeah,
Um,
8 was where I came in. I know 8.1 did have a lot of things, which 8.1 was manageable. I'm not mad at 8.1, right? I'm not mad at that.
Now, the thing is, with 10 and 11, really the problem I have with those two, I think personally, 11 I think it looks better than 10. I think it looks a lot better. I really did not like 10's start menu
I
because
agree.
they tried to do the hybrid thing. I don't know. I felt like it was obnoxiously big, which is rich because Windows 11 start menu is about as big, but
And people
it's,
say I heard Windows 11 copied Mac.
I
I heard
feel
the
like
layout and
Windows
everything is just a
11,
copy of Mac. That's what I
I
hear a lot of people say.
I feel like
So
11
I
does
don't
it
know.
more tasteful though, because they had these big fucking live tiles, which I just thought was stupid because it was mainly dedicated for UWP apps, which I thought those were
True,
stupid.
true.
So it was sort of was
Yeah,
like,
we talked
levels of stupidity that led to a giant start menu that I thought was completely unnecessary. And now Windows 11, it's just icons and a search bar and recommended things that you've previously used. So yeah, it's big, but at least it's big with some relevancy. 10
Yeah.
had the bullshit, but the problem I have with the even then, even though I like Windows 11, is just the general enshittification of all the software we use with tracking and ads and service and selling data and uh, AI put everywhere and all that kind of shit. Just all that general shit that if Windows 7 released today, looking the exact same and whatnot, it would have those same issues. So it's a time problem and it's not Windows 11's fault that it has this. It's 2024's fault that it has this, really. But
Okay. I can
My
rock with
only
you on that.
personal gripe with 11 is right now, besides the initial stuff being more CPU intensive when it first came out, because it did mess up a lot of my games, but thankfully they caught up with that.
well,
Good. Good. Good.
okay,
Just
you know what's
all
funny?
with AI.
That would suck. You know what I
Shout
mean?
Shoutouts to Windows 11 for teaching me what a TPM is, though. Because I was like, what the fuck's a TPM? And I did some research and I'm like, oh, I guess it's built into my processor. I just enable this thing. Hey, sweet, I can run Windows 11 on my desktop now.
Yeah, you're like, oh, sweet, yeah, and you know what? That is true. A lot of people came across that because a lot of people were wondering could they run Windows. Damn. All right, okay. So Windows 11 is Microsoft did teach something throughout
I
this.
spent 18 hours straight just trying to figure out how to turn that on.
Yo, don't you hate when you do that? Yo, that's how I was when I built my PC, man. It was like everything's beautiful. Why is it not
Yeah.
powering on? And then 18 hours later, one RAM stick in, and now it powers on. Oh,
Well,
I
see,
should
you
have
know
had
what's
one RAM
funny?
stick the whole entire time.
The laptop that I'm on right now came out when Windows 11 had been out for like maybe about a year or so. I don't remember exactly, but it came with Windows 10. But I think it actually came with like a piece of software in it that was from MSI that was basically like run this app to activate the Windows 11 upgrade or
Upgrade,
something.
yeah,
And so I found that immediately and I ran that shit immediately because I don't know if it had TPM activated or no, they normally is it I think laptops normally have TPM activated because they like recommend to use BitLocker or something because it's a
yeah. That
portable
makes
thing.
sense. That makes
But
sense.
but if it didn't, I want to say that it came with a program that when you ran it, it would automatically uh, enable the TPM so that you didn't have to
Yeah,
worry about doing that to get Windows 11 loaded. Damn,
yeah,
Nitty, you're just being mean.
yo, yeah, yo. Did he call man when he said? Yo, he told me. Tell you, man, Nitty don't even care, man. That guy thinks the Switch. He said Nintendo Switch. He loves Nintendo. He thinks all the shit they're doing is beautiful, man. He thinks the flash cards. Well, he knows the flash cards are real, but he just calls them fake. Everything, man. He's here to be a pest, man. We love it. You know what I mean? We love it. But nonetheless, we're gonna go ahead and like he said, yo, Nitty. Yo, we are gonna go ahead and wrap it up anyway, man. Yo, cause we hit about an hour and a half. Yo, we went and did it. You know what I mean? We came on and talked about a lot of shit. That's how I usually like it. But yo, I appreciate also, man, my man Blizzard came through. You know what I'm saying? Let's
Yeah,
go, Blizzard.
I
Wonderful
again
to have you.
apologize that I wasn't on Discord, wasn't responding to you on Discord and Specimen. Again, I was locked out for the longest time, and it was.
That was just real unfortunate timing, though.
I know.
Who said it was locked out? Yeah, when you locked out, it's a wrap. You can't do nothing. It's over. You know what
Yeah,
you're doing. You're just looking
I'm
at
just
it.
glad that I
So,
got my account back. Everything's in order. Now I don't have to
yeah.
go cancel 32 more cards.
I was gonna say, yeah, cards and all that bullshit. The last thing you want to do. So, yo, other than that, Doctor Specimen, you got anything for us, man?
I don't know if I should talk anymore. Someone doesn't like it.
Yo, yo,
Now,
I
shout out
always,
Windows 2000.
yeah, Windows 2000. Pretty much it almost finished, man. That's like beautiful. You know what I mean? Now, if it was another Windows, it would have finished already. But hey, it's all good. It's all
Which
good.
one are you talking about, boy?
No, whatever Windows version is XP.
Damn, I love how I also love how I turned the stream off and it just immediately finished.
Yo, that is hilarious. He said immediately. XP is just a bomb, bro. But yeah, other than that, man, Blizzard. Any last words, man?
For me, all I just have to say, I'll try getting it out once I get the third one on Monday.
There you go.
Thanks, man.
Boom.
I'll
So other
do a dumper review. How about that?
Oh, I like it. I love to see it. I would love to see it. You know what I
And
mean?
if you
So
do have any questions about it while you're working with it, I'm more than welcome to help you when I'm free.
Hey, thanks, man.
see, there you go. Yeah, because you never know. But other than that, yo, everybody, Nitty, my guy, he hilarious. Lightos, uh, and Nitty, he really wanted me to get on the Xbox. I see what you want, Nitty. You want me to go over there and get on that? Nah, man, you ain't ready for it, man. You ain't ready for none of this, bro. Because I would stomp you out in any game you talking about, man. You seen what happened to you in Street Fighter, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it, Nitty. Don't make me tell everybody what I did to you in Street Fighter, man. All right.
1v1 me in Super Mario Kart on the SNES right now.
Oh damn, that's a you. Hey, you might be up. So we might have to set that up on a little cloud server or something where we all can get in. You know what I mean? We could do that. We could do that, man. So other than that, y'all, I'll be up all night talking shit. Look, he said nothing. Get out of here, man.